Okay, turmeric. Now, we've seen it in curries, teas, even those golden lattes that pop up on Instagram. But behind the color and the trend, turmeric carries something bigger, a compound called curcumin. And curcumin has scientists asking some pretty serious questions about whether this humble spice can play a role in cancer care or not. Welcome to Tea Talk, everyone. I'm Danny Cade, and here's what we know so far. In the lab, curcumin looks impressive. It does things like reduce inflammation, it neutralizes free radicals, and in some experiments, it pushes cancer cells towards apoptosis. That's programmed cell death. And you can think of it as telling rogue cells to go and commit suicide. And that's not folklore, that's biochemistry. Now, on the logical side, most of these results come from test tubes and animal studies, and translating them into human outcomes is a little more complicated. Clinical trials have been mixed where some show that curcumin helps chemotherapy work better, it eases nausea, and it helps to relieve fatigue, but others show very little effect. Part of the problem is that curcumin doesn't absorb well in the body. You can swallow a capsule, but most of it's going to pass through without sticking around long enough to do the job. That's why researchers are experimenting with ways to boost absorption by pairing it with black pepper extract. Well, we know if we mix black pepper in, it makes it better. They're also designing nanoparticles and even curcumin-loaded gels. So where does that leave us? Turmeric in food is safe, it's flavorful, and very supportive. Again, think soups, teas, curries. It's a food first win. Supplements are a little bit trickier. They can interact with blood thinners and some cancer drugs, which is why medical guidance matters. Make sure you double check. But compared to the side effect profiles of most pharmaceuticals, turmeric looks pretty gentle. Again, it's safe in food, promising in supplements, and dazzling in the lab. And here's the part that makes turmeric fascinating. It's accessible. You don't need a prescription or a fortune to get it. You just need a spice jar and some curiosity. It's pretty revolutionary. And because cancer care is often locked behind walls of cost and complexity, turmeric basically says, I'm here, I'm golden, and I'm for everyone. But zooming out, turmeric isn't just about cancer. It supports the gut by strengthening the intestinal lining, balances the microbiome, and it aids in digestion. But it also calms arthritis and it shields the brain and lifts the mood by fighting inflammation, stress, and supporting healthy neural connections. It's kind of like a multi-tool for human health, but cancer is where the drama lies because cancer is the ultimate test, and turmeric keeps showing up in the data as a contender. So here's the takeaway. Turmeric is not a cure, but it's a powerful spice. It's a bridge between tradition and science, between kitchen and clinic, and it's proof that sometimes the most useful allies are hiding in plain sight, glowing yellow in your pantry. Picture it. A patient sipping golden broth, not just for comfort, but for molecular defense. A caregiver stirring turmeric into soup, not just for flavor, but for hope. A researcher watching cancer cells shrink under curcumin's glare. That's the story. That's the golden rebel science can't ignore. And if you ask me what to do with this knowledge, start simple. Cook with turmeric. Celebrate its flavor and respect its power. And stay tuned on this because the science is still unfolding. Every new study adds another verse to the song of this golden spice, and one day, maybe, turmeric will move from supportive ally to frontline fighter. We don't know. Until then, let's honor it for what it is. A spice with muscle, a molecule with promise, a molecular war, and a story that's worth sharing. So thank you for that. And if you're around tomorrow, join me because if you're one of those that finds yourself bloated after holiday meals, I'm going to be sharing my 3-step happy belly plan. If your belly's ever begged for stretchy pants after a holiday meal, this one is for you. And that'll be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks, everyone. That's all I got. I'm going to cut her loose and make it a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.